Our ancestors started wearing clothes roughly 170,000 years ago. We know this not from fossils. Fabric does not fossilize, but from lice. Body lice diverge genetically from head lice at exactly that point. The cold explanation is obvious, but cold alone does not explain everything. What if I told you that even the very goal of survival is driven by another, more fundamental mission within us? What if we are merely pawns in pursuit of goals beyond our own comprehension? My name is Max, and this is Becoming Human. For most of human prehistory, gathering was local: berries, roots, small prey within walking distance of camp. But big game hunting sent men away, not for an hour, for a day, sometimes two, sometimes longer. And while one man was gone, another one not. He was right there at camp, near Hunter's woman. Every other female primate advertises her fertility visibly: swollen tissue, color changes, unmistakable signals that broadcast ovulation to every male in range. Human females do not do this. Ovulation in human women is concealed, even from themselves. Evolutionary biologists argue this concealment evolved precisely to confuse paternity, to make every male uncertain enough to stick around, to invest, to protect. This also contributed to the formation of larger groups of individuals, reducing competition for females during mating and creating a more cohesive society. Clothing was another necessity for the large group. Covering the body reduced the visible fertility signals available to competing males. It was not modesty, not protection from weather first. It was, in the deepest biological sense, a lock. Let's take a look at a human mouth. Human lips are unique among all primates. Every other great ape has thin, largely invisible lips. Ours are everted, turned outward, permanently displayed. Evolutionary biologist Jeffrey Miller argues that human lips evolved as a secondary sexual signal, their shape and color mimicking other fertility cues. Red lips indicate youth, health, and hormonal vitality. Full lips signal high estrogen. The cosmetics industry discovered this accidentally and then industrialized it. Lipstick is the oldest manufactured beauty product in recorded history. Found in Sumerian graves over 4,000 years old. Women have been amplifying this signal for millennia. They did not know why. Their genes did. What about baby's face? The lips are enormous relative to the head. The eyes take up a disproportionate amount of the face. The forehead is large, the chin small, the cheeks round. This is neoteny, the retention of juvenile features, and it is one of the most powerful triggers in the human nervous system. A baby's smile does not just make you feel warmth. It fires a caregiving circuit so ancient and so hardwired that it overrides almost everything else. Evolutionary psychologists have shown that adults rate infant faces as irresistibly compelling across every culture on Earth. This response exists because infants who failed to trigger it did not survive. The smile is not innocent, it is a survival weapon. And then there are earlobes. Humans are the only primates with detached earlobes. No structural purpose, no acoustic advantage. What they have is a density of nerve endings that classifies them, anatomically, as an erogenous zone with no other function. The explanation is sexual selection. Individuals stimulated by earlobe contact were more engaged in pair bonding, and pair-bonded individuals reproduced more successfully. The earlobe exists because it felt good. In the context of reproduction, that is sufficient reason for anything to exist. This is the mechanism underneath all of it. You are not a person who sometimes thinks about reproduction. You are a replication machine that sometimes thinks about other things. Your genes are the replicators, ancient, mindless, staggeringly successful information copying systems whose only goal, if goal is even the right word, is to make more copies of themselves. Your body is the vehicle they built to do it. Your feelings, your attractions, your sense of beauty, the catch in your chest when a child smiles at you, all of it is the replicator running its program. This is not cynical, it is simply true. And it applies without exception to every living thing that has ever existed. The dog chasing instinctively after prey, the peacock spreading its tail, the man who cannot explain why he crossed a room toward a stranger, the woman who notices, without knowing she noticed, the symmetry of a face. All of it is the same ancient program running in different hardware. We are not above our nature. We are our nature. And our nature has exactly one agenda: reproduction. But here's the question: what happens when that agenda starts losing?